audio clear? Is there
It's
any
been loud and yeah, it's been loud and clear now. Previously, it was been cracking.
awesome? Thank you everyone for joining the administration, mastering the cloud administration session. We'll have next 5 days of cloud and administration topics over Azure, and uh, this is going to be the day one, and we'll have next 5 days as well. And it will all be in the same time, and we'll be getting started on same time, and then we'll have a 2 hours every day. So if in case you missed out the live session, it is no worries. We'll have the recording in our YouTube channel, and I have shared the link to it as well. And secondly, there is certificate of participation to those who stay till all the sessions. And on the fifth day, I will share the form where you can get your certificate of participation. So let me introduce you to Robin, who is going to be our trainer for the next 5 days, and he is going to help us understand all the cloud fundamentals and administration topics, and we'll go over the basics and the theory, and also to the demos, the platform as well. So without any more delay, we can get started with the session, and I'm moving the mic to trainer to get started with the session.
Thank you, Siragat. So thank you for the detailed introduction about the course contents and giving a warm welcome for this training and the initiative. So happy Monday, everyone. Once again, welcome to Microsoft Azure Administration Program. It's a free webinar program for the next 5 days. My name is Robin. I'll be the trainer and I'll be delivering the session for the next 5 days. Before starting the session, requesting everyone to confirm audio through the chat option. So if you can just confirm this audio and presentation through the chat option, that's been great. Suraj, I hope we can able to see the presentation, right? Great. Now, Suraj is given a detailed introduction about this training program. This basically it's been focusing more on Microsoft Azure Administrator Training Initiative. So end of this training program or end of this discussion, you will be able to write two exams. The first exam is you maybe already heard about a fundamental program that basically known as AZ 900, and the second program it's known as AZ 104. So end of this program, you will be able to write two certifications. One is AZ 900 and the second one it's been like AZ 104. These are the two exam. Confidently you can able to go and write it on end of this training program. Now we are planning to start from a scratch. Basically, like where do we need to go for a cloud learnings? All of us are maybe already heard about, you already heard the market or it's like industry has been moving on into a cloud platform. So what is the reason behind that one? Where do we need to move to a cloud computing? Now, in case if anyone has been starting a journey on in a cloud computing, where do I need to begin it here? Do I need to begin it on in a cloud certification side, or do I need to move it on in a Microsoft Azure, or you maybe heard about other cloud platform also in the market? You maybe heard about we have a AWS, we have a Google Cloud, we have a Alibaba. There are different vendors are available in the market. So we are trying to understand where do I need to begin. In case if anyone want to plan your certification on in a Microsoft Azure, which certification we want to complete it first? When you start searching on in a Microsoft portal, you may be seeing like Microsoft has been scheduled or it's been drafted different certification program like AZ500, security side, you have a development exams, you have a database related certifications, and you may be able to have other programs like networking platform, Azure platform, artificial intelligence. So we have a different certification program on in the Microsoft side. So we'll try to discuss in case if I'm a new person to this cloud computing, where do I need to start my journey? Do I need to start with the AZ900 or do I need to go for AZ104? We'll have a detailed discussion about this course certification part. Now, before starting this session, let me introduce myself. My name is Robin. I'm a Microsoft certified trainer into this training industry for 2 decades. Delivered many programs on multi-cloud platform, especially on in Microsoft Azure, AWS, and Google One. And I'm coming from a background, especially on in designing and architecting Microsoft Azure and multi-cloud platform. Before starting the technical side, let's have a small introduction from your side also. You can just give your name, from which country you have been connected, and your background also. Either you're coming from a student's background and your experience on in a Microsoft Cloud platform, or in case if you are new to this platform, you can type all this information on the chat window. Can you comment the details on the chat window? Your good name, your which country you have been connected, and your experience and your IT experience and your Azure experience also. Can you comment it on the chat so I can make a note of that? So request everyone to comment it on the chat window. Requesting you to confirm through the chat window. Requesting you to type your introduction on in the chat window. Surag, I hope I'm audible, right? Hey, Surag. Okay, okay, thank you. Because I was been not see. Okay, I can see now. Chat is been popped. Yes, I can see all the messages now. Thank you, Cabra. Thank you, Muhammad. Okay, requesting everyone to confirm your experience also on the chat, so that been easy for me to identify this one. So requesting you to post your experience also on the chat. So I can see this people are start commenting on the chat. That's been great. Let's wait all the members to confirm. Waiting all the members to confirm. So thank you, Telegragnath. So thank you, Nori. So thank you, Jay. So thank you, everyone. So I can see like we have a new to this Azure. So yeah. So we have a different vertical members is being joined here. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for a detailed intro on the chat. So we have a mixed batch here. Most of the members are from connected from a different parts of the world. So it's a global batch. So we have a people from Nepal, Philippines, and connected from the Asia Pacific region. So thank you that it's so we have a mix of batch here. Second thing, it's like I can see most of the members are new to this cloud platform. So we are planning to deliver this session from a very scratch. We are trying to understand about cloud technology. We are trying to understand about how practically this has been delivered on in a cloud platform here. So we'll start from a scratch here. Now, about this training program, it's going to be next 5 days. Daily we have a 3 to 3.5 hours of session we have been planned, and we are starting from a scratch here. End of the day, you will be getting slides and whatever presentations currently we have, that will be shared with you. And whatever session currently we are delivering here, it's been recorded and this will be uploaded on in the Discord channel. Surag will be posting on the Discord channel link on the chat, and he will be sharing a WhatsApp group link also. Requesting everyone to circulate this link to your friend circle, because every week we have a similar kind of program is been scheduled and delivered. It's a complete free webinar. So request everyone to share this link and group details with your friend circle. So this free webinar will be useful for the people who has been looking for a free sessions, or if someone has been looking for upskill themselves, so they can be able to use this training session. So requesting everyone to join this WhatsApp group and the Discord link. Requesting you to uh, share this link to different circles or in a group also. So that's about the facility side of this program here. Now, let me start with an introduction here. Now, let me start with a question here. Now, all of us are decided like, I want to move on into a cloud computing here. So, what is the reason behind you decided like, where should you move to a cloud computing? So, what is your viewpoint? What is the reason you decided like, I want to learn cloud computing? Can you comment it on the chat? What is the reason behind like you're thinking like, yes, I need to, it's time for me to move to a cloud computing? What is the reason behind that? Can you comment it on the chat? What is the reason like you decided like, yes, I need to move it on in a cloud computing? What is the reason behind that? Now you are decided like, yes, I need to learn cloud computing. What do you think? What is the reason like you're thinking like, yes, in case if I'm moving on into cloud computing, these are the benefit I'm going to get it from a Microsoft, or it's like I'm going to get it from a cloud here. So the reason behind that. Waiting for the input, waiting for the input from, yes. So I can see chat message is getting uh, delivered little late here. Yes, I can see one is been like a study purpose or a career improvement. So I can see there are many members has been commented on the chat here. Link will be sharing soon. Suman will be, sorry, Surag will be sharing before concluding the session. You will be getting a link here. So I can see a lot of comments on the chat here. Basically, like the conclusion of this all the chat message, which we have received on in a chat here. The entire business or market is been going on into a cloud computing. Organizations are start moving or it's been migrating to a cloud computing. That's the one reason all are decided like, yes, I need to move it on in a cloud computing. When it's like industry or market or in your project or your organization has been moving on into a cloud computing. Second one, it's been like we are getting a lot of job opportunity in the market. You can able to move or you are getting a lot of job opportunity in the market. That is the one reason you decided like you want to move it on in a cloud platform here. So that's the one reason like we have a huge demand in the market. Second one, it's been like you have a job opportunities been available in the market. With the help of that, we can able to move or we can able to learn lot of things, or you are getting a career improvement personally in your market. Now, recently there is a survey happened in the IT market. You may be able to see some of the result. Almost all the leadership or the business, their business strategy is going to be cloud fast strategy. Like they're thinking, or the organizations are thinking, we need to handle the cloud first strategy. That means cloud is the important one. So we need to focus on that. So all the organization has been looking for moving on into a cloud side here. So by almost 85 percentage of enterprise, they want to move in from on-premises to cloud infrastructure. You may be saying like already we have a cloud existing in IT infrastructure is been available. It can be on-prem or it can be uh, you may be able to see like that will be well and good. So that will be easy for us to handle it in a proper way. So that will help us to understand the 70 percentage of the enterprise infrastructure is been moving on into a cloud platform. So by end of this year or mid of the next year, almost all organization want all their employees or internal resource needs to be migrated, or it's been like moved, or it's been upgraded into a cloud related technology. So that's the reason organizations are start investing, organizations are start focusing on into the skill development side here. So technically, it can be internally or it's been like externally. As an individual or as a resource, we are getting a lot of job opportunity here. This will allow us to move to internally, or this will allow us to move externally also. Like it can be like you can change your job in case if you want to change your account, or in case if you want to change your company. All this has been a benefit for us. So, like, so this will help us to move, or this will help us to upgrade your skill set on in a real time scenario. So that is the way normally the uh, configuration has been happening, or that's the way the market has been moving on into a cloud side here. Any questions so far? Let me pause it here in case if you have any general question. Let me handle that. Then I'll move to the next side. If you're good, requesting you to confirm through the chat. If you're good and there is no question, any questions, can you just comment it on the chat window, please? Yeah, I can see one comment from um, Lara saying that is good. Others also, if you can able to comment it on the chat. If you're good or any question, requesting you to post it on the chat window here. Yeah, thank you. Now, moving on into the next side, let's start with the understanding about cloud computing here. You may be heard about a word called ISP, right? You may be heard about a word called ISP, right? Have you heard about a word called ISP in your home? The company or the provider who has been providing cloud computing to us, that basic, sorry, the company who has been providing internet facility to us. Normally, we used to call it as a internet service provider, right? The vendor or the company who has been responsible for delivering a uh, service, or it's like delivering a internet service to us. Normally it's been known as internet service provider. Now, similar way, if you take cloud market also, you may be able to see there are many players or there are many vendors available in the market who has been capable to provide cloud solution to us. That basically known as CSP. So the vendor, normally it's been knowing as a CSP. That's called cloud service provider here. So the word, or like when you start handling cloud computing, you may be heard about a word called cloud service provider. So any vendor who has been capable to provide cloud solution to us, technically it's been knowing as a cloud service provider. For example, like if you're going for purchasing a mobile, you may be able to see like you have a many vendors are available in the market. You may be seeing like you have a Apple has been available, you have a OnePlus has been available, or you have a Realme or Redmi or Nokia, Samsung. There are many players are available in the market who has been providing phone solution to us, right? Similar way, if you take a cloud solution, Microsoft, Google, or Amazon, these are the leading vendors available in the market who has been providing cloud solution. You have a many vendors are available. Google, Microsoft, Amazon. These are the one of the leading vendors who is into this cloud industry and providing the cloud solution to us. Now, if you take Microsoft solution, I'm saying like Microsoft is the one of the leading vendor who has been providing this solution to us. Now, if you take Microsoft solution, Microsoft has been came with a cloud solution that basically known as Microsoft Azure. So the cloud solution available from Microsoft Cloud, it's basically known as Microsoft Azure. So the cloud solution available from a market, or if you take a Microsoft solution, the cloud solution available from Microsoft is basically it's known as Microsoft Azure. So the cloud solution available from Microsoft is basically it's known as Microsoft Azure. So the cloud solution available from Microsoft is basically known as Microsoft Azure. And Amazon also it's been one of the leading vendor available on in a cloud platform. The cloud solution available from Amazon, it's basically known as AWS. That's called Amazon Web Service. So if you're taking a market share, Amazon has been holding almost 30 to 35 percentage of the cloud market, and Microsoft also it's almost 20 to 30 percentage. They are covering the cloud market segment. Even Google also it's came with a cloud solution here, and the cloud product available from Google, it's basically known as GCP. The cloud product available from Google, it's basically known as GCP. So the cloud product available from a Google, it's known as GCP. Now, if you take market, don't surprise that only Google or Microsoft or Amazon are available. No, you can able to see there are many other players. They also it's been available on in a cloud platform. You can able to see like IBM, VMware, or Salesforce, or you can able to see Rackspace, Alibaba, Red Hat, Oracle, Rackspace, Adobe, Salesforce. There are many players are available in the market. They also providing cloud solution. So when you go back to your project, or when you go back to your cloud solution, you may be able to see there are many players are available in the market who has been providing the cloud solution to us. So you maybe start working on in a Microsoft Azure, or you maybe start working on in a Google Cloud, or you maybe start working on in a Amazon or any other mode of operation. So that the way normally the cloud solution has been happen, or it's been like working on in a cloud infrastructure. So you have a Microsoft has been available, you have a Google has been available, you have a Amazon has been available, and you have a other vendors also available who has been capable to provide your cloud solution. So technically, any vendor who has been providing cloud solution to us, it's basically known as cloud service provider. So any vendor who is been to industry and capable to provide cloud solution is basically known as cloud solution or cloud service provider. Now, in the next 5 days, we understood there are many players are available in the market, but we are focusing on into a Microsoft Azure platform. So our training right now on this week, we are focusing on understanding about AZ900, and we are trying to understand about AZ104. So we are focusing on into the Microsoft Azure side here. Now, moving on into the other side, when it is coming on into Microsoft certification or training program, based on how Microsoft is been configured. Microsoft has been drafted programs on it based on your job verticals. You may be seeing like when you start handling your cloud role, you may be able to see there are different verticals you can able to see. Few people may be working as a system administrator role, basically who's been responsible for managing the VMs or responsible for managing the infrastructure that basically it's been knowing as a Microsoft Azure administrator platform. And few members may be working on in a networking side, or few members may be into a designing or implementation side, or few people may be working as a development side, or few people may be working on in a some specialized vertical, basically like a VDI or SAP, or you may be seeing like a vertical like Microsoft 365. What Microsoft has been done, Microsoft has been announced different certification based on your job role. So in case if you're working on in a cloud platform, based on your job role, you can able to ensure, or you can able to ensure that you are connecting to a right platform or a right certifications also, rather than going and implementing a different certification program. You can able to take the right certification. For example, like I'm a system administrator, I don't need to spend my time on understanding about 365 or desktop administrator program or any other vertical. So in case my working platform is been system administrator role, I can able to focus on the administrator platform here. Now let me connect you to one of the portal here. Let me connect. Let me take you into a cloud portal here. Give me a second. Let me take you into a Azure portal. You can just go to Google and type a keyword. It's called Azure certification. You can just connect to Microsoft portal here. You can just go to Google, and this will take you into Microsoft learn.microsoft page, where you can able to see all the certification details is been pasted or it's been given here. Let me paste the link on the chat window, so you can able to bookmark this link. This will be useful for everyone here. So right now on the chat, I have been pasted one link. This will give you complete details about the certifications or credentials or Microsoft announced the program on in a different products here. On the left side, you may be able to see there is a filter tab where you can able to see Microsoft has been given on in a product base, or you may be able to see like you have a role based option you can able to see, and you may be able to see like credential type or a subject type informations here. Now when you connect it on in a Microsoft portal here, you have an option of selecting the product based on the product here. For example, like in case if you are from Azure background, you want to do a administrative program, you can able to click on the administrative program, and you can able to click on the Azure platform. So on the right side, this will give you insights, or this will give you training or a certification Microsoft has been providing on in that particular platform here. For example, like right now you can able to see AZ140. This has been giving a complete information about the Azure desktop background here. So similar way, if you take a system administrator program, Microsoft is having different training certification has been announced on into hybrid mode here. You can able to see the certification or exam Microsoft is be providing on into the that particular platform here. What I'm trying to say here, it's right now on the chat, I have given one link. This will give you complete details about the certifications or program Microsoft is been providing on into the cloud or different products here. So based on your interest, based on your job role, you will be able to opt the right certifications here. That is the way normally the certification is been organized here. So based on your job role, based on your interest, you can able to select the right certification program from the Microsoft here. So you need to visit this website, understand your job role, and based on that you can able to take a right decision on which certification you want to focus it, or which certification you want to do it for your career here. So this site will be helpful for everyone here. This will helpful for us to understand. This will helpful for to take a decision on where do you want to move your career here, and this will give you insight which certification will helpful for understanding or moving on in your career into the next level here. So requesting everyone to bookmark this page. This will helpful for us. That's about the certification side here. Now, when you start collecting on into the certification page, you may be seeing like Microsoft has been announced the certifications on in a different code format here. If you take a Microsoft portal, Microsoft is having certification has been announced, Azure Administrator or Azure certification. Now, as a mentor or as a trainer, my input is always here. Rather than just going and doing some certification program, please ensure that you are attending a proper training or ensure that you are completing your self study. Then you are moving on into a different certifications program here rather than just going assessment here. That will be helpful for us to project, or that will help us for moving the right certification here. So that's the way normally the certifications are configured on into a Microsoft portal here. So that's the way normally the certification is been configured on into a cloud platform here. So that's the way the certification is been assigned here. Now, when you start decided, I want to move it on in a cloud platform, you may be able to see Microsoft has been organized their certification program on into a different category here. You may be able to see like you have a fundamentals program, you have a associate program, and you have a expert program also. You have a fundamentals, you have a associate, and you have a expert program here. So during this program, we are focusing on into the fundamental side. We're starting from a scratch, and we are moving on into a associate program here. So we have a fundamentals program also we are covering. We are covering the associate program also. So in case if anyone want to start your career on into a Microsoft side, always we need to start from fundamentals program. Then you can able to move it on into a associate program. That's the way the session is been planned it on in a Microsoft side here. Now, coming on into Microsoft side, the fundamentals or associate program, normally it's been known as AZ900. The first program, it's basically known as AZ900, and the second program, it's basically known as Microsoft Azure Administrative Program. So it's called AZ104 program. So end of the day, once you completed this training program, you will be able to clear, or you will be able to write two certifications here. One, it's basically known as AZ 900 exam. So the first exam you are able to clear is called AZ 900, and the second one you can able to see like AZ 104. So these two certification you will be able to write it end of this training program. Now, when you start referring the Microsoft page, you can able to see Microsoft certifications are represented with a format. You may be able to say like AZ, then you may be it's been followed by some numbers like 900 or 104 or 500 or different codes you can able to see here. So wherever you're seeing any letter, it's been starting with AZ, it's basically that program or the certification is been related to Azure platform. In case if you're seeing any number or name which has been starting with MS series, that's been related to Microsoft 365 products. You maybe heard about Exchange, or you maybe heard about SharePoint, or you maybe heard about Microsoft Project, right? Previously, Microsoft has had a package has been available that basically known as office product, right? You may be seeing like Excel or PowerPoint is been normally coming along with your uh, as a package here, right? So technically that's basically known as office products. Now what Microsoft has been done along with your office product, Microsoft has been added some collaboration tools also, like Teams or a SharePoint or Exchange or a Microsoft project, and the complete package is been known as Microsoft 365 products. So any certification or any training which is being related to Microsoft 365 product, that exam numbers are always started with MS series here. So wherever you're seeing MS 500 or MS 900, you can able to understand that training has been related to Microsoft certified 365 related products here. Now, in case if you're seeing any number which has been starting with SC series, it's basically known as uh, security or a compliance side. So it's basically if you're seeing any number like SZ 900 or SZ 300 or SC 400, all that training program is been related to security or compliance platform here. So in case if you are from any security or a compliance platform, then you can able to go for this configuration here. So you can able to see you have any certification is been configured on into Microsoft Azure side. That's if it is coming on into Azure side, exam numbers are started with AZ. If it's been related to SC series, it's been related to security and compliance side. And if anything on into Microsoft side, that basically like normally it's been like you have an option it's been available where you can able to see like uh, coming on into the Microsoft 365 side here. That's about the Microsoft certification program here. Now, coming on into our certifications or training program, which we are doing on into next 4 days, 5 days here, we are focusing on into Microsoft Cloud Administrator role here. It's basically like it's been connecting on into storage, or we are trying to understand about how do we configure storage or networking or compute or infrastructure compute on into a Microsoft Cloud platform. All of us may be already working on into a existing on-premises solution. We are trying to understand or we are trying to configure it on into a cloud platform. How practically we can able to configure this same thing on into a cloud platform here. So it's basically moving on here on-premises infrastructure into a cloud side here. Now, part of this one, we'll try to understand about how practically we can able to handle this solution, how practically we can able to implement the solution, or how practically we can able to uh, implement or configure, or how do we monitor or how we enable a governance side on into this solution. We need to understand how practically this can be enabled here, right? How do we connect to this? Because if you take a cloud computing, it's been completely managed by the cloud vendor or a cloud provider here. So how do we handle that situation here? What are the solution is been available, or how practically we can able to connect it, or how practically we can able to manage that one? There's one important solution. Second one, we'll try to understand about how practically I can able to monitor it here. Once I implement it, it's my responsibility to ensure that I'm doing a proper troubleshooting and monitoring also. So we'll try to understand about how practically we can able to monitor the solutions here on into a Microsoft side also. So we'll try to understand about managing a cloud administrator role. We are trying to understand about VM. We'll try to cover networking aspects. We'll try to understand about storage side, and we are trying to focus it on few networking components also, basically known as DNS or firewall, or basically known as Active Directory. So these are the concepts which you are going to cover it on the next 5 days here. Now coming on into exam side, right now on the screen, you may be able to see like the category have been given on in the slide here. Basically like how the cloud computing is been coming. We'll be starting with understanding about cloud concept. We'll try to understand about how uh, the core service is been implemented here. What are the services is been normally coming on into a Microsoft side here? What are the core services been supported? We'll discuss about the identity or a governance side here, and we'll be discussing about the cost management or service level agreement also. That's the way normally the solution is being configured on into a cloud side here. So that's the way normally the solution is being configured it on in a cloud solutions here. So basically, like when you're going for configuring on into exam side, if you're planning for writing a AZ 900 solutions, 20 to 25% of the questions you can able to get it from the cloud concept side. Rest you can able to see it on in the portal here, right? Like another 15% you can expect from the core services, and the security or the network side you will be getting another solutions here, right? You may be able to see you are able to handle this solutions on into cloud solutions here, like a security or a governance or a private solutions here on into the cloud side here. So that's the way the certification has been configured on into a cloud side here. So coming on into AZ 104 member here, or you may be able to see you have a identity or a governance side. When it is coming on into a cloud side, you may be able to see like identity or a storage or a deploy. You may be able to see the different category for AZ 104 also here, right? You may be able to see like when you're preparing for a Microsoft AZ 104 exam, you are going to get a lot of questions or a lot of syllabus has been covered on into Active Directory side here, and followed by storage account. We have a 20 to 25% you can able to configure it on into compute side, and you can able to see from the virtual networking or monitoring or backup side also. You may be able to see there are resources been available on into cloud side here. So that's the way normally it's been configuration, it's been coming, or is the exam pattern is been coming on into the Microsoft side here. So you have a most of the question is been related to Active Directory, or it's been like Azure Compute or troubleshooting side. It's been coming for the Microsoft exams here. Now during the next 5 days, we are planning to cover these are the modules. We'll be starting with a cloud concept. We'll be covering about Microsoft Azure services. We'll be covering about VM. We'll be understand about Active Directory or networking side. And finally, we'll be concluding the session with a concept called monitoring and troubleshooting. So we'll be discussing about monitoring and troubleshooting, and we'll conclude the session. So these are the modules you will be getting or will be covered on the next 5 days here. Once you completed all the days here, will be you'll be getting a training completion certificate also. So you need to attend all the 5 days program. You will be getting a training certificate also. So how we are planning to deliver this training program? We'll have a presentation, or each module will have a presentation or PPT base we'll be doing. All the presentation which you are using here, it will be shared to your group, and all the sessions we are planning to have it in a practical oriented way, and we'll be sharing a few quizzes and assessment and case studies also. Will be end of the day, in the WhatsApp group we'll be providing some case studies, and we'll be providing some documents, which will help us to understand the concept in a better way here. So don't worry, don't think that it's a vast or a huge subject, so I don't have any background of IT. Don't worry about that. We'll be starting from a scratch here. So wish you all the best, and welcoming everyone to the cloud platform here. So take it as a fun mode. Try to learn something on the next 5 days, and we'll help you to understand this technology in a better way here. We'll take a 5 minutes break, and after 5 minutes, we'll be moving on into the first module that's called traditional IT deployment model here. So we'll be taking a 5 minutes break, and we'll start with a technical side here. Any question before moving on into the technical side? Any doubt? Any questions? Are we okay? Or any doubts on into the facility side or a question? You can able to post it on the chat. Suragi has been posted the WhatsApp group link also on the group on the chat window. In case if you are not part of the WhatsApp group, requesting everyone to join the WhatsApp group. That is the emergency communication group where we used to post all the training, upcoming training details. We used to post all the documents or the latest changes on in the market. All the details has been posted on the group here. So requesting everyone to join the WhatsApp group, which Suragi has been shared on into the channel here now. Any questions so far? If you're good, we can take a 5 minutes break, and after the break, we'll be moving on into the technical side here. So I'm not seeing any questions here. So let's take a 5 minutes break, and we'll start the session. Thank you. I hope all are back. Requesting you to confirm through the chat option. Before tea break, before break, we were discussing about introduction about cloud computing. We understood about different certification program available from Microsoft also. Next, we are going to discuss about another topic that basically known as understanding about how Microsoft has been organized cloud computing. We'll try to discuss about a concept called traditional IT deployment model also. We are trying to discuss about traditional IT deployment model. Before tea break, we were discussing about moving on into a cloud technology. We understood about different certification program also. Now, if you take your account or if you take your organization or if you take your own project, you may be able to see already IT infrastructure is already in place. You may be able to see already there is a lot of IT equipments or assets are available in the organization. Most of the organization maybe not migrated or maybe not move on into a cloud computing here. So they are already using some traditional deployment model or traditional IT infrastructure inside your organization. Now, right now we are discussing about the existing model currently it's been available in the market or available in the project or available in the solution here. You may be able to see you have a on-premises solution or you can able to see something called as collocation model here. So let me take you into whiteboard. Let me take you into a whiteboard here. So that will give you some insights here. Now let me take it on into a whiteboard here. Yes, I hope everyone can able to see the whiteboard. Can you confirm through the chat option? Are you able to see the whiteboard on in the screen? I just pasted a whiteboard here. Able to see? I just requesting you to confirm. Are you able to see the whiteboard on the chat? Yeah, I can see people are able to see the whiteboard. What I'm trying to discuss here, when you discuss about a IT deployment model here, if you take any organization, if you take a IT deployment model, you may be able to see there are different types of IT infrastructure currently it's been available in the organization. One model, it's basically known as on-premises infrastructure. Some of the books or some of the internet blogs or a portal, you may be able to see this has been mentioned as CPE. It's called customer premises equipments. So if you take any organization, it's already have a IT infrastructure is in place here, and that basically known as one premises solution here. And the second one, it's basically known as collocation model, and the last one, it's basically known as cloud model. So if you take any organization, you can able to see there are three types of IT deployment model you can able to see here. One, it's basically known as on-premises solution. Second one, it's basically known as collocation model, and the last model, it's basically known as cloud model here. So these are the three IT deployment or IT solution is currently available inside your organization. You have a on-premises model, you have a collocation model, and you have a cloud model. So these are the three models are available in the market here. Let me ask a question here. In case if you're seeing a model, it's called on-premises model. So if you may be seeing like a term called on-premises, have you heard about a model called on-premises solution? What is your understanding about on-premises solution? If you're hearing a term, it's called on-premises model. What is your understanding about on-premises? Can you comment it on the chat? In case if you are seeing a word called on-premises solution, what is your understanding here? So what is your understanding about on-premises model here? So in case if you are seeing any model is been on-premises model, what is your understanding about on-premises model here? Can you comment it on the chat? If you're hearing about called on-premises model, what is the understanding about on-premises model here? Can you comment it on the chat here? I request everyone to comment it on the chat here. Yes. So I can see few members has been commented like it's a physical infrastructure. Muhammad has been confirmed it's like a bare metal server, or I can see like it's a real or physical, or I can see like a local site or physical situated in an office. Okay, I can see there are many comments on the chat window here. Now, let me give you an example. Right now, most of the members are connected from college, or few people are new to this cloud platform here. You may be seen in your office or in your college, there is a server room has been available, right? You may be seeing like few people has been mentioned are on the board. It's called data center or data room, right? You may be seen in your office or in your college. There is an isolated room has been available. Only few members only it's been available or eligible to enter inside that room. That basically known as data center or data room. Have you heard about a term called data center or data room? What is your understanding about data center or data room? Can you comment it on the chat? Have you heard about a word called data center or data room? You may be seeing like, let me give you some Google image here. In your office or in your college, you may be seeing like some rooms like this where all your servers has been configured, or it's been placed, or it's been configured on in a remote place, right? That's basically known as there is a isolated room has been available where you can able to see all your network equipments, where you can able to see all your servers or your security components or network components, storage components, everything it's been placed into a centralized location that basically known as data center or data room here. So you have a data center or data room has been available. It's typically a centralized location where the complete organization or college, everything it's been hosted or it's been managed from that place here. So I can say if you're seeing an on-premises solution, it's going to be completely the infrastructure is been hosted on our own premises here, right? Can we make a statement like this? Whatever components is been available or whatever resources been available, that's been completely it's been configured on into the same office itself. So that basically it's been knowing as it's called hosted on into the same data center or same office here. That typically it's been knowing as one premises solution here. Now, when we are using an on-premises solution, who will be responsible for purchasing this asset here? Right now we understood the all information or the asset it's been placed or it's been available inside my organization. Now we are getting a question, who has been responsible for purchasing, right? That's another question we are getting, who has been responsible for that? Now my question is getting, in case if you are getting any uh, on-premises data center or data room, we are responsible for purchasing that infrastructure, right? The organization or the company who has been responsible for, or they are responsible for managing, or it's been like responsible for configuring the infrastructure inside the organization here, right? We are responsible for moving, or we are responsible for purchasing the infrastructure here. So technically, when you discuss about the finance terms here, you may be hearing about two important finance terms on in a cloud computing. One, it's basically known as capex cost. Second one, it's basically known as opex cost. Have you heard about a term called capex cost? And the second one is a term called opex cost. Have you heard about capex or opex? Capex stands for capital expenditure. So there is a two important term you will be hearing on into a cloud computing. One it's known as capex, and the second one is basically known as opex cost here. So capex is nothing. When you start building a data center or a data room, you are investing a capital inside that one, right? Because you want to purchase servers, or you have to purchase storage equipments, or you may have to purchase uh, data protection or backup devices here, right? There is a lot of investment which you are doing on into a cloud infra, sorry, to a data center or a data room here. So it's a long investment or lot of capital or investment we are doing on into a data center or a data room, that basically known as capex cost. So initial investment which you are doing on into a cloud solution, that basically known as capex cost here. Now, in case if you are hearing about a term, it's called opex cost. Opex is basically when you implemented your operational role here, technically there is a lot of electricity bill, or you may be hearing about we may have to pay the salary to the employee, or you may have to pay what we can say like you may have to pay the electricity bill, or you may have to pay the security guard bill. There's a lot of improvement, or there are lot of money which you need to be invested on in your cloud here, right? So there is a lot of investment which you need to do it on in your cloud infrastructure here, right? So there is a lot of investment which normally you need to do it on in your cloud infrastructure here. So technically the amount of the money which you are using for maintaining your infrastructure, that basically known as operational cost here. It can be any bill related to a licensing, salary of an employee, or it can be electricity bill, or any rent which you are paying for your data center or a data room. All this can be considered under the category of a opex here. So technically any amount which you are using or spending for your day-to-day operation, that basically it's been coming under a category of operational expenditure here. So when you start handling about a cloud platform, technically you will be hearing about a two important terms. One it's basically known as capex, and the second one it's basically known as opex. So see, these are the two terms normally you can able to hear it, or it's like a see it on in a cloud infrastructure here. So opex or a capex, these are the two important terms you can able to see it on in a cloud infrastructure. So you have a opex or a capex is been, these are the two terms you can able to hear it here. So capex or a opex, these are the two terms you can able to see it here. Now, any other questions from anyone? So far it's been good. So right now we are discussing about on-premises solution here. Now, let me pause it here before moving on into the next part. Are we good, or like any questions? I'll be giving a lecture note for this one, so don't worry about this. So requesting you to comment it on the chat. Any questions from anyone? Yeah. So I'm not seeing any questions on the chat here. So right now we understood when you're using an on-premises solution, completely the solution has been hosted in-house, and completely the purchasement or its purchasing has been done by us, and we understood it's been completely we are responsible for managing the end-to-end. Now when it is coming on into on-premises solution, we are responsible for technology refreshment also. Technology refreshment means you may be seeing like, in case if your laptop is been not performing well, normally we used to go for memory or RAM or CPU upgradation, right? So that's the way normally the upgradation has been coming on in your day-to-day life. For example, like your laptop has been not performing well. What is it normally the way it's been done? You may be seeing like you are doing for a RAM upgradation, or you may be seeing like you are going for any kind of memory upgradation on into a cloud infrastructure. So basically we are responsible for upgrade of your infrastructure here, right? So that's the way normally the configuration is being done on into a cloud infrastructure, right? You may be seeing like we are responsible for managing on into a responsible for a technology refreshment on into a real-time scenario. So we are responsible for capex, or we are uh, responsible for implementing an infrastructure on into a cloud side here. So technically what I'm trying to say here is, when you are using an on-premises solution, we are responsible for technology refreshment. Technology refreshment means, in case if you have a data center or data room has been available, in case if you want to do any kind of RAM or CPU or any kind of resource upgradation. So resource upgradation can be memory, or it can be CPU, or it can be storage. Any of the resource upgradation which you want to do it on in your data center or a data room, we are responsible for that on into a on premises scenario. So in case if you have a data center or data room has been available, we are responsible for technology refreshment. So it can be RAM, or it can be CPU, or it can be any kind of storage kind of a refreshment. In case if you are available, or it's been responsible, then we are responsible for moving on that. Now we understood like when it is coming on into a responsible on into a configuration here, you have a resources been available where you can have a responsibility for technology refreshment, where you are responsible for the technology refreshment. Same way, you will be responsible for high availability also. For example, like if your data center has been down, or if your data center has been down for any kind of a configuration, that kind of a situation, you may be able to see like you are responsible for configuring high availability and fault tolerance also. In case if there is any fault tolerance or high availability needs to be configured, we are responsible for that. So in case if there is any redundancy, you may be seeing like in your on-premises scenario, you may be already implemented a feature like a clustering, right? You may be heard about a feature called clustering. You may be already implemented here. So in case if you are implementing a data center or a data room, end-to-end fault tolerance or high availability, it's coming under scope of our responsibility. So in case if you want to do any kind of configuration, this can be configured under the responsibility of Azure. So we are end-to-end, from managing a physical security to managing an infrastructure or a data or application or data. It's completely a responsibility of Azure. So that's the way normally the on-premises solution is being configured on into a on-premises or existing data center or data room here. I hope these points are clear to you. Any questions on into on-premises solution? Any questions requesting to confirm on into the chat window? I hope on-premises or data center or data room has been clear to everyone here. So I'm just waiting for the questions from the team. I'm not seeing any questions on the chat window here. Yeah, thank you. Now, Right now, you may be able to see here, we have an on-premises solution has been available. Next one, we are going to discuss about how do we manage, or we are trying to understand about how cloud computing it's been configured here. Now, when it is coming on into a on-premises solution, we understood the complete infrastructure is been available inside our organization. So the completely it's been available inside your data center or a data room. So you'll have a data center or a data room has been available, and end to end solution it's been managed by Azure. So purchasing of a hardware or implementing of server or configuring the operating system or any kind of settings or a configuration or monitoring or a troubleshooting or high availability, everything it's been responsibility of Azure. Now, another solution, right now we are discussing about cloud solution here. So we are trying to understand about what is a cloud computing here, how practically this has been different from a on-premises solutions here. Now, when it is coming on into a on-premises solution, we understood the entire hardware or entire software which is currently it's been available here. Completely, this has been hosted inside your data center or data room here, right? You have a data center or a data room has been available. Inside that, your complete solution has been hosted here. Now, when it is coming on into a cloud solution here, we have a solution has been available on into a cloud. When you're using a cloud computing, the entire hardware has been managed by the cloud service provider here. So technically, what I'm trying to say here, when you use it on in a cloud solution here, we understood we have a solution has been available. We can able to manage where you can able to configure it on into a cloud solution where you can able to manage. For example, like you have a cloud solution has been available where you can able to see you have a cloud computing it's been available. You can able to have a cloud service provider has been available, and you have a cloud solution or a provider has been available. They are responsible for managing your servers, or they are responsible for managing your storage, or they are responsible for providing your infrastructure here. So technically, your cloud service provider has been responsible for providing your asset here. You may be seeing like when you are using on in a on-premises or data center or a data room, you have a solution has been possible. For example, like you have a solution has been okay. Now coming on into Microsoft side here or any cloud service provider side, you may be seeing like when it is coming on into a cloud solution, data center or data room has been available, and we are responsible for managing that one, right? So you have a responsible for managing the data center or data room here. Now, right now on into a cloud solution here, you have a on-premises scenario. Your completely your data center or data room has been available or configured on into a existing in-house room here, right? So we are responsible for implementing a capex or opex here, right? So we are responsible for purchasing, or we are responsible for implementing the solution data center or a hardware or all the details here. Now, coming on into a cloud solution, purchasing or managing of the entire hardware, which is basically like a hardware has been available. You have a servers or other details has been available here. It's been completely managed it by the vendor here. So technically, Microsoft or Amazon or Alibaba or all other vendors, they are responsible for purchasing or managing the infrastructure. So technically, your data center or data room, it's been shifted into a cloud solutions here. So technically, it's been not available on your own location here. Technically, it's been available on into Microsoft data center or data room here. Let me show you in a practical way how practically this has been available here. Let me consider the first point. When you're using a on-premises solution, your solution, your servers or a rack or servers or application, it's been hosted inside your own building. In case if anyone want to access this computer, one option, you can go directly into a data center or a data room. You can go directly into data center or a data room. You can connect your laptop and directly on into backside of your servers or a rack or respective server, and you can able to manage here. You can go directly into that, or in case if you're connected from an office, you have a remote desktop connection you can able to take with the help of a RDP or a RDC. You can able to manage using your internal network, right? In case if you're from the same office, then you can able to use the same network. With the help of that, you can able to manage locally here. So you have an option is available where you can able to manage your infrastructure using a remote connections here. So with the help of that, you can able to manage it. So you don't need to worry about that. So you can able to manage internally. So you don't need to worry about that. So you have a resources are available where this can be managed internally here, right? You have option has been available where you can able to manage internally also. You have a option has been available. You can able to manage internally also. You have that's the way normally the configuration has been available, or that's the way normally the configuration has been supported on into a cloud infrastructure. So technically you can able to use it where you can able to manage your infrastructure, where you can able to manage your infrastructure on into a locally. So you have option has been available where you can able to manage internally here. Now, when it is coming on into a cloud solution, your resource or solution, it's been hosted on into a cloud side here. So how a cloud solution has been available. So technically, it's been available on into Microsoft data center. So how a Microsoft data center has been available. Now you may be sitting on into Philippines or India or Nepal or Malaysia or any other country, but your server will be available on into Microsoft or CSP data center. So CSP can be any vendor who has been you have been opted for a solution yet. So it can be any vendor who has been supported on into a cloud infrastructure. So whoever has been responsible for managing the infrastructure, technically that basically it's been knowing as a cloud data center here, right? So you may be able to see like you have a solution has been available where you can able to manage your infrastructure on into a cloud site. Technically they are responsible for managing the infrastructure yet. So technically they will be responsible for a cloud solution yet. So they will be responsible for purchasing a hardware, everything here. So technically the solution, it's been hosted on into Microsoft or Amazon or a cloud service provider data center, and you are sitting on your own country or office using an internet connection. So what I'm trying to say, you may be sitting on, you may be working from a home, or you may be working from office and using an internet connection. You may be having an internet connection has been available. Using an internet connection, you can able to connect it here. or you can able to use a concept called VPN. You maybe heard about a concept called VPN. So using an internet connection or using a VPN connection, you will connect to Microsoft data center and you will be managing remotely. So technically, the entire hardware, it can be server or network equipments or whatever components you needed for managing your IT infrastructure, it's been completely managed remotely here. So that kind of a solution, normally it's been known as a cloud computing here. So it's basically known as cloud computing is nothing. It's been hosted on into a remote place. Technically, like it's been hosted on into a vendor who's been providing this solution here. That basically it's known as cloud solution provider here. Let me pause it here and let me take your questions here. Then I'll go for the next question here. Any questions from anyone? Okay. Now I'm not seeing any. Let me look like the chat message has been not delivered to me. Let me recheck it here. Okay. So resource virtual or yes. So I can see there is a question. I'll come to the clustering side, Nazma, on into another discussion because we have another topic has been coming. It's called high availability. During that session, I'll be discussing about what is a clustering feature here. Now, answering to MRT's question here, is it a resource it's been virtual or real here? Technically, any resource which has been supported on into a cloud infrastructure, it's going to be virtual only. So you are not going to access on into a um, physical here. Instead of that, all the resources currently it's been supported here, it's going to be a virtual one. Simple example, for example, like let me show you how practically this has been connected first. Then I'll come to whether it's a physical or virtual here. Right now, you may be having different management tools are available on into a cloud portal here. For example, like you may be using a Hotstar or Amazon Prime Video or Netflix, right, for watching movies or watching soccer, or it's like watching some web series. You may be using a Netflix or a Amazon Prime Video, right? How normally you are managing that? You maybe download an application from your Play Store if you are using a Android phone, for example, like a Prime Video or Netflix or a respective video or platform you may be downloaded, and with the help of that you are managing, right? So technically, the entire movies or entire series has been hosted on into your own premises, and you using an application you are managing that one. Similar way, when it is coming on into cloud infrastructure, you have a solution has been available where you can able to see. Technically, this has been available on into Microsoft side, and you are managing these resources through a internet here. So you have a resources are available. This needs to be managed remotely here. So let me show you here. In case if anyone want to connect to Microsoft portal, there are different management tools are available here. Right now, you can able to see I've been connected using a internet browser. I have been used a word called portal.azure.com. The moment when I just connected, let me enter the link here. It's called portal.azure.com. Let me paste the link on the chat window. Let me connect it on in a portal here. You may be seeing like this is the link. Normally you can able to use it here. In case if you don't have a internet connection, Suman, so in case if you're connected from an office, you will have a concept available called VPN connection here. Some of the organization, mostly like all the production or large corporate network, they normally have a VPN connection has been available. That's called virtual private network, internally directly connection with the Microsoft platform. So using that, you can able to connect. Some of the organization, they don't want to expose your network into a internet because they are not interested to compromise their infrastructure. That kind of a situation, you can able to go for the existing model. Like basically like you have option is been available where you can able to manage your infrastructure using a internet also here. So you have option has been available where you can able to manage or where you can able to connect it using a VPN connection also. Now, right now on the screen, I've been connected to portal.azure.com. You may be able to see like it's asking for a user ID or a password, right? It's been asking for a user ID and password. With the help of that, I can able to connect it inside that. So technically what I'm trying to say here is when you're using a Microsoft or any other provider platform, you need to have an account to be available. In case if someone want to manage or someone want to connect to the cloud portal, you need to have an account to be available. Until unless if you don't have any account is been available, you are not in the position to manage this one. So technically if someone want to use a cloud computing, first of all you need to have an account to be available. In case if you don't have account, you will not be in a position to manage that one. So let me enter my details here. Let me enter my details on the portal here. Just give me a second. Let me enter my details here. Let me enter the details. I'm just entering my details on the portal. Right now I'm just connecting to Microsoft portal here. Right now you may be able to see like we have been connected to portal.microsoft.com. You may be seeing like I have been entered my account details on in the portal and it's been taken into Microsoft portal here. Let's wait. Right now you can able to see it's been loading here. Look like there is some slowness we are feeling on into the portal. Let's wait for 1 or 2 minutes. Right now this creation has been configured here. It's been taking a time. Let's re-enter that one. Please enter the password. It's asking for the password again. Let me enter the password once again. Right now it's been connected to portal here. So let me enter the details here. Waiting for this to finish it. So just got some OTP code. Let me enter that. Right now, this connected to the Microsoft portal here. So what I'm trying to say here is when you are managing any infrastructure on into a cloud platform, technically all these resources are hosted on into a Microsoft portal here. Right now, you may be able to see we have been connected to Microsoft portal here. How I have been connected? I have connected to a browser. On in a browser, I've been given a URL. Once I've been connected on into a URL, it's asked for a username and password, and with the help of that, I have been marked here or I have been connected here. So what I'm trying to say here is when you're using a cloud solution, the entire solution has been hosted on into a cloud platform. You have a cloud platform has been available. It's been hosted on into a cloud infrastructure. So completely the hardware or the solution has been available on into a cloud platform where you can able to see completely. It's been hosted inside a portal here. Now this portal or this infrastructure has been available on into cloud vendor portal here, like it's a data center or a data room, which has been hosted on into a Microsoft portal here. So you have a solution has been available. You have a solution has been available, like you have a data center has been available here. You have a data center or data room has been available. So you have a data center or a data room has been available. So technically, all this data center or a facility or asset, it's been hosted on into a CSP premises. So you may be sitting on India or Nepal or any other country. Right now, what is the mechanism we have been used or the basically which used to call it as a management tool. So using an internet connection, assume this your internet connection, using an internet connection, I have been connected to this cloud solution. So I've been given portal.azure.com. There is a link I have been given. So it's got a username and password window here. So basically there is a authentication has been happening. It's been verifying whether Muhammad or Sahir or Janadini has been have got a sufficient rights to connect to this portal. It's been verified here. So there is a verification has been happening. So portal.azure.com is the one mechanism normally we are using for managing here. Similar way, you have a different tools are available. Another one it's called Microsoft PowerShell. You have a Azure PowerShell is been available. In case if you are coming from a development background or in case if you are coming from an automation background, you may be seeing like there is a tool available. It's called PowerShell. Have you seen any tool called PowerShell? You may be seeing like there is a tool has been available. Basically, like there is a tool normally you can able to see like there is a tool you can able to see here. It's called PowerShell, right? You may be seeing like there is a tool has been available called PowerShell in your laptop. So in case if you are entering like in your laptop, if you are entering a term called on in a search bar, can you type a command called Windows PowerShell? Can you just go to your laptop and can you comment a word called keyword called Windows PowerShell? So Microsoft Azure portal layout is the one mechanism. Second mechanism, it's been like we have a Windows PowerShell has been available. With the help of a PowerShell, we have a option has been available. With the help of you can able to manage this one, right? So can you we can able to manage this solution with the help of a uh, management of a Windows PowerShell. Also, you have an option has been available where you can able to manage using a automated mechanism. Also, that's basically known as Windows PowerShell. Even you can able to use your another command line interface, right? You may be able to see like you have a Azure CLA has been available. For example, like I think yeah, it's a Windows PowerShell. I think we lost a screen sharing. Okay, let me reshare that one. This maybe give me a second. Let me reshare the screen here. Okay, so what I'm trying to say here is Windows. I hope you can able to see the whiteboard now, right? I hope you can able to see the whiteboard here. Yeah. So PowerShell is the next mechanism. What I'm trying to say that in case if your solution is been managed on a cloud solution or a cloud vendor, what are the different mode of operation currently it's been supported here? You have a PowerShell is been available. That's a one method. You have a portal.azure.com is the another method. Another method normally the very frequently we are using it's called Microsoft CLI. You have a Microsoft CLI has been available using a Microsoft CLI. It's called command line interface, right? All of us are using a command prompt, right? Even using a command prompt, you can able to manage your infrastructure here. So right now you may be able to see like you may be using a command prompt on in your laptop, right? You may be already familiar with a tool called command prompt, right? All of us are start using this for quite long time. So you have a command prompt has been available. With the help of that, you can able to manage your command prompt also, right? So in case if you're managing using a command prompt, even command prompt also can be used for managing your infrastructure here. So you have a command prompt has been available. With the help of that, you can able to manage your command prompt also, or you can able to manage it on in a cloud portal here. So you have a option has been available, and you have option has been available where you can able to manage your with the help of your uh, you can able to manage your data center here. Another one, you have a solution has been available where you can able to manage like something called as Azure mobile app here. You have a Azure mobile app has been available. This can be downloaded from your Play Store, where you can able to enter your mobile app, where you can able to enter your details like you have a all your monitoring can be managed, or in case if you want to configure anything on into a cloud portal, you can able to manage using a Azure mobile app also. So you can able to use your mobile app also. This can be downloaded on in your iOS, or you can able to download it on into a uh, on in your on calendar, or it's like your on mobile. With the help of that, you can able to implement, or in case if you want to do any kind of administrative task, or that can be possible through a mobile app. Now all of us need to remember one thing. In case if you're using Azure mobile app, or in case if you're using a PowerShell or any other mode, technically like you have to use an account here. So whether you may be using like option here, whether you use it for a option of in case if you're using a option of um, mobile app, or it's like when you go for Azure mobile app or any other portal or any other tool, whatever management tool you're using, you need to have a solution available. You need to ensure that you have a solution to be available, where basically like you need to have ensure that you need to have an account to be available. Until unless you don't have a Microsoft or uh, CSP account available with you, you will not be in a position to manage that one. That is an important point all of us to need to remember here. So in case if you are using on into a cloud site, it's mandatory that you need to have an account to be available. Otherwise, you won't be able to manage this solutions here. Whether you use a PowerShell or whether you use it a any other mode here, you are responsible, or you need to ensure that solution has been available with the help of uh, a cloud portal here. So you need to have a account to be available. With the help of that only you can able to manage here. Whether you use a portal.azure.com, or whether you use a PowerShell, or whether you use a CLI or a mobile app, it's mandatory that you need to have an account to be available here. You may be seeing like the moment when you connect it on a portal.azure.com, what was the first message you got it? You got a screen where you want to enter your username and password, so you can able to enter into a cloud portal here. So that's the way normally the cloud solution has been working here. So with the help of that only, you will be able to manage your infrastructure here. Now, next we are going to see how do we create an account on into Microsoft portal here. So in case right now we understood, in case if I want to use a cloud solution, it's mandatory that we need to have a account to be available here, right? Without account, you are not in a position to manage your cloud solution here, right? You may be able to see like you have a solution has been available. In case if anyone want to use that one, you have to use your cloud solution, and with the help of that, you will not be in a position to manage your solutions here. So right now we are going to discuss how do we manage a cloud solutions on into a cloud situations here, or how do we create an account here. Now when you're going for creating an account, you have a different solution has been available here. For example, like you have a different way the account can be created here. In case if you want to use any Microsoft cloud solution, you can have a account, different type of account can be created here. One, it's basically known as, it's called enterprise account here. Basically like organizations normally will have a enterprise accounts are available. So you have a enterprise accounts are available. Second one, it's like you can able to create a free account. I'll show you how to create a free account today. And another one, it's been like you have a enterprise account has been available, you have a free account has been available. Another one, it's basically known as students account. You can able to create students account. And the third one, it's basically known as sponsorship account here. You have a available another type of the account has been available, that basically known as sponsorship account here. So you have a enterprise account, you have a free account, or you have a students account, and you have a sponsorship account also. So there are different ways you can able to create a accounts here. So all of us need to remember, in case if anyone want to use your cloud platform, without account you will not be in a position to manage this one. So you need to have a account to be created. It needs to be enterprise account, or a free account, or a students account, or a sponsorship account. So without that, you will not be able to manage this one. So enterprise account, by default, the organization it's been purchasing this one. So this basically, in case if you are working on in a corporate organization, what I'm trying to say that in case if you are working on in a corporate organization, so what I'm trying to say that in case if you are working on in a corporate organization, you can have an option has been available. Basically like they already used to have a enterprise account, so they used to have a enterprise account, it's been available, where you can able to manage, or where you can able to connect it on into a enterprise side here. So you have a enterprise accounts are available, where you can able to manage your organization directly on into the portal here. So you have a enterprise account are available, where you can able to manage it. So technically you will have a enterprise accounts are available, where you are responsible for managing, or it's like implementing a configurations. You don't need to create any kind of account from your side. It's in a corporate level, it's by default. If you're using, for example, like if you're working on into a Microsoft or Apple or any other large organization or corporate organization, they normally used to provide an email ID and account here, right? Using that ID, you can able to directly you can able to connect it on corporate level. So basically like the organization, yeah, the organization where you're working, and that Microsoft will have some kind of agreement will be available, that basically like SLA based, or it's like a corporate based agreement. Normally the organization will get a lot of benefit for the cost side, or the cost management, or a discount side. And using the same ID, you can able to manage this one. So you don't need to have any separate account to be created from your side. It's been basically the corporate level you can able to manage. In case if you are working on in any of the organization, you can just try your corporate ID on in your portal.azure.com. You will be able to see the same single sign on, like the same ID can be used on into Azure portal also. You need to remember one thing. Don't try to do any configuration changes or any modification on the portal. That may lead to a lot of outages or any kind of business impact on in your organization. So you need to ensure that in case if you have any organization has been available, technically uh, this it's been managed or it's been like organized or it's been created on in a corporate level here. Now, after a tea break, we'll discuss about how do we create a free account. So what are the benefit of a free account? If some of you guys may be thinking, I need to learn cloud solution here, or I need to understand about a cloud solutions or in a cloud portal here, that we'll discuss it on in a, after a tea break. We'll try to see how practically we can able to manage a solutions on into a cloud site here. We'll try to see like how practically we can able to manage cloud solutions on in a portal here. So we are trying to see how practically we can able to create an account. So same account can be used for managing your solution also. We'll try to see how practically we can able to manage a cloud solution on into a cloud portal here. So let's try to discuss this topic after a tea break. Any questions before that, before moving on into a cloud site? Are you good? Can you request you to comment it on in the chat window? Okay, so let's take a tea break and come back. Thank you. I hope you had a nice tea break. I hope all are back. Requesting you to confirm through the chat option. Please confirm through the chat option. Great. Now, before tea break, we were discussing about different type of the account. Currently, it's been supported here. We have an enterprise account. We have a free account is been available, and we have a students account and a sponsorship account here. So the first one right now we understood. It's basically like if you're working on in any enterprise or in a corporate. Normally, we used to have a enterprise accounts are available. With the help of that, you can able to manage that one. So you have a enterprise accounts are available. With the help of that, you can able to connect it, or we can able to manage your infrastructure here. Now, next we are going to discuss about how do we manage it on in a uh, free account here. For example, like when you go for purchasing a car, normally we all of us are trying for test drive, right? You may be seeing like we have an option of test drive options are available. What is the purpose of a test drive on in your normal scenario? Where do we option it's been selecting for a test drive, right? When you're purchasing for a car, normally we used goes to visit the nearest car showroom. We used to try for a test drive. Test drive is been normally using it like we are just ensuring whether the solution is been available, or whether the solution has been configured, or the car is been comfortable with our requirements. That's the reason we are going for any kind of test drive mode here, right? You may be able to see like you have options are available where you can able to available on in a car showroom, right? You may be able to see like you have a solutions are available where you can able to see like where you have a solutions are available where you can able to see connecting on into a network, or it's like your car whether it's been meeting my requirements or not. That is the purpose of this cloud solution here. Second one, similar way when you go for using a Microsoft side here, Microsoft is giving a free account for us. If anyone want to start doing your lab, or if someone want to try Microsoft portal, Microsoft has been giving a free account for us. You have a free account that's been available. Using a free account, you can able to experiment, you can able to uh, test it, or you can able to manage this one. So you have a free account that's been available. With the help of that, you can able to test all the solutions here. In case if anyone want to create a Microsoft free account, you can able to visit this website here. Let me send the ID here, Microsoft free account. You can just connect to this portal here. Right now, you can just type it on in a Google, Microsoft Azure free account here. You can just click on this portal here. You can just click on this portal here. This is the place where you can able to create your free account. I'm just pasting the link on the portal here on the chat window. You can click on this link. Using a start free option, you can able to create a free account here. So you can able to see like you have a free account has been available. You can able to sign up your account here. So you have an option has been available where you can enter your email ID. So there are few information mandatory we need to provide it here. In case if anyone has been looking for any account here, there are free information needs to be provided here. One, this has to be created with an email ID. You need to provide your email ID. Second one, it's like you need to provide your mobile number. Third one, it's like you need to provide your credit card or debit card number. Microsoft is not going to charge anything from your credit card or debit card. This only for a validation purpose. Microsoft has been using a credit card or debit card. So you need to provide your credit card or a debit card so you can able to create your account. Second one, it's been like in case if you have been connected from India, you may have to provide your PAN card. It's an option only, and you have to provide your name also. So these are the information typically you need to provide while creating your account on in a portal here. So in case if you are creating any account on into Microsoft portal, you need to ensure that you may be able to see like already it's been available on into a Microsoft portal here. For example, like you have a able to see like you have a this details needs to be provided while creating an account here. Once you created a free account, Microsoft will be allow you to use this account for 30 days. 30 days you can able to handle, or 30 days you can able to manage this account here. So in case if you are already available, you have a 30 days has been available where we can able to use it on into Microsoft portal here, right? So 30 days this has been valid here. In case if anyone want to use this account, 30 days this can be able to utilize here. And Microsoft has been giving $200 into your account also. Once you created an account, $200 will be assigned to your account here. Now you may be wondering why Microsoft is giving it $200 to us. So the reason is been like uh, today morning when we had a discussion, about a word called capex, and we have heard about term called opex also, right? We have been learned two words here. One is called capex, and second one you have been learned a topic called opex also. So these are the two term we have been learned. Like we have learned about capex and we have learned about a term called opex also. These are the two term we have been learned. So when you consider cloud solutions here, cloud solution has been working in a kind of opex mode. Opex mode means whatever solution you are using on into a cloud solution, it's basically it's been working like in a opex mode. So you may be having a question, what is a opex mode here, right? Let me give you a single or a simple uh, example here. When you discuss about a cloud solutions, let me compare this with a Uber solutions here. For example, like I want to connect it on in a cloud solution here. You have a solution has been available. You have a solution has been available. I'm just giving a simple example. Like uh, I want to go to my office daily from my home. Imagine this my home and this my office. Like this my office here. So I'm just going directly from my office to home here. Use using on my this is my car. I'm using on car and traveling here. If I'm using on car and traveling to office, so what are the concerns or what are the uh, challenges we are going to face it here? In case if I'm using on car and traveling, can you just comment it on the chat here? So yeah, can you just comment it on the challenges or a concerns when you are using your own car here? In case if I'm traveling from my home to office using on car, one it's been like you need to have a driving skill. Second one, it's like fuel is the another problem. Third one, it's been like parking is going to be another challenge which you are going to face it here. Now, with the help of a uh, and you will not you are going to face all the traffic jam and all other issues, right? Now, in this, instead of using on car, or let me use a concept of Uber or Ola. Let me use a concept of Uber or Ola here. using a Uber or Ola. I'm traveling to office. What is the advantage I'm getting here? I hope in your country you may be having a transport vendor or a service has been available called Uber or Ola here. In case if I'm using a Uber or Ola, I'm using this mode here. What is the advantage you are getting here? Can you comment it on the chat? So what are the advantage you are getting? Like in case if I'm using a Uber or Ola here, what are the advantage you're seeing? Like if you are using a Uber or Ola here, in case if you're using a Uber or Ola, what are the advantage you are going to get it here? So request you to comment it on in a chat here. Yeah. So you may be seeing like in case if you're using a Uber or Ola, based on your consumption, we are paying the money to that vendor, right? For example, like I have been traveled 10 kilometer or 15 kilometer, or it depends upon how many hours I have been used the vehicle. Based on that, I'm planning or I'm paying money to the vendor here, right? You may be seeing like you have a resources been available. You may be able to see like you may be able to see like you have a resources been available where you can able to see like you have a solution has been available where you can able to manage Uber or Ala. So end of the day, you are paying the amount using a pay as you go model, right? You may be having a pay as you go model we are using, where you can able to see like based on the consumption on in the application you are getting a price tag, and that amount you're paying to the vendor here. Now same kind of concept, it's been coming on into a cloud solution also. You may be able to see like when you connect it on in a cloud portal here, you have a pay as you go model. It's been coming like a Uber or Ola. It's a kind of a concept here also. It's been in when you're using a cloud right now, you are seeing like an example of your Uber or Ola here. So like you have a option is been available. You have a solution where you are paying based on the consumption here, right? Now similar way, when it's been like when it is coming on into cloud solution here, like when it is coming on into cloud solution, when you consider on into a cloud solution here, you have a solution has been available, like you have a uh, solution has been available on into a CSP here. Now I'm just comparing this with your car. In case if you use any solution on into a cloud service provider, you have to pay the money based on the consumption here. For example, like if Robin is been powered on a VM on into a cloud service provider, for example, like I have a server is been available, I have been used a server for 1 hour, I have to pay 1 hour price, or basically like cost into Microsoft here. So monthly the billing will be added to my account, and with the help of that you can able to manage on into a cloud portal here. So with the help of that, you may be able to see like you might be able to see like you have a solution has been available. You have a solution has been available where you can able to see like connected on into a cloud portal where you can able to manage, or where you can able to connect it on in a portal here where you can able to see the price or the contact here, right? Where you can able to manage your solution here, right? So you may be able to see like you, in case if you are using any service on into a cloud portal, you have to pay the money to the vendor here. So you may be able to see like you have a server has been available where you can able to consume any service. It can be VM, or it can be firewall, or it can be storage, or it can be database, or it can be artificial intelligence component, or it can be machine learning component, or it can be network security component. Any component which you are powering on or you are using on into a cloud portal, we have to pay the money to the vendor here. So technically, when you consider cloud solution, this basically it's been working as a pay as you go model here. So pay as you go model means you are not purchasing anything on into on the physically here. Everything you're using virtually, and based on the consumption you're paying the money to the vendor here. So that the way normally the solution it's been like we need to use it on into a cloud portal here. So basically like you have to use a cloud solution here. So you may be able to see like you have been changed on into a Microsoft um, cloud portal here. So where you can able to see like Microsoft, you can able to see like where you can able to change on into a cloud solution here, where you can able to like where you can able to connect it on in a Microsoft portal on a different uh, portal like where you can able to connect it on in a portal here where you can able to see like where you can able to manage the information. See, that's the way normally the solution has been working on into cloud solution here. Now, when it is coming on into a cloud solution here, where you can able to manage solution has been available, where you have a solution has been available like a pay as you go model, and Microsoft has been supported different vendors or a different products here or a service here. So with the help of that, you can able to manage the solutions here. Now, when it is coming on into a cloud service model here, we understood like this has been working in a pay as you go model. So that's the reason the moment when you create a free account, Microsoft is giving $200 to us. You are getting a $200 as using this. You can able to create a free account. Using a free account, if you are spinning or if you are powering on any resource on in a Microsoft portal, you can able to use this $200. So you don't need to pay anything from your pocket. Whatever consumption we are doing, that you can able to get it, or that you can able to utilize this $200 once it's been created on in your account here. So right now we understood when you are using a free account, you need to provide your mobile number or email or the basic details. With the help of that, you can able to create it, and $200 is been created, and this can be able to use only 30 days here. So using a 30 days, you can able to manage here. A few important points all of us need to remember here. Whatever account you have been created, this you can able to use only 30 days. After 30 days, your account will be disabled mode. You will not be in a position to use it here. For example, right now on the portal, I think I have a portal has been already available here. Let me enter my details here. You may be able to see like in my portal, you can see I forgot to upgrade my account. You may be able to see like after 30 days, my account has been got um, disabled here. I'll show you here. Let me enter my details here. Give me a second. Let me enter the details on the portal here. I'm just waiting for the OTP code which have been received here. Right now, just waiting for the solution is been available on in a portal here. Let's wait. Give me a second. Just waiting for the code here. Right now, you may be able to see like you have a portal has been available where you can able to connect it on in a cloud portal here. You may be able to see like you have a server has been available where you can able to connect it on in a portal here. Now you may be able to see we have a server has been available, and if you take it a Microsoft portal, you have a uh, n number of resources or n number of services has been supported here. See, I'm just giving a sample here. Once I connected on into portal here, I hope you can able to see the portal here. Yes, right now you may be seeing like when you connect it on in a portal, you may be able to see there are different number of services has been supported here. So any services which you want to enable it here, we have to pay the money to the vendor here. So you may be able to see like you may be able to see like you have a resources been available where you can able to configure on into Microsoft portal here. So you have a 200 plus services are available on into Microsoft portal here, where you have a number of services or a resources are available. With the help of that, you can able to manage it. So any service which you are spinning here, for example, like if I want to enable a service called firewall, or in case if I want to enable some service like a netting or DNS or any services here, I have to pay the money to the vendor here. That's the way normally the configuration has been happening on into the portal here. You have to pay the money, or we have to enable the services on into the portal here. So you may have to pay the resources or on into the portal here. Now coming on into Microsoft side here, when you create a account, Microsoft is allowing you to use it 3 days here, and it's giving it $200 also. So it's been $200. This can be used for managing your existing resources on in a portal here. So with the help of that, you can able to manage, or with the help of that, you can able to configure the resources on in a portal here. Now, few important points you need to remember here. $200 I said, it's been getting a free of cost here. This $200 you can able to use only 30 days. You cannot use after 30 days. So it will not be possible for us to use this $200 after 30 days. That's been not possible here. So this only possible to use only 30 days only. Another point, in case if you have been consumed this $200 in a 5 or 10 days, you may have to upgrade your account. So it's not that Robin has been doing a lot of lab, or Maya or Taurus has been doing a lot of lab, and within a 5 to 10 days, if it's been completely, if you utilize this one, then you may have to go for an option called upgrade your account. So only one time only you are going to get a $200, and only one account you can able to create using one credit card. So credit card or using a debit card, you are allowed to use only one account here. So you cannot have more than one. So you cannot have more than one account to be created using a one credit card or a debit card. Using one, you can able to use only one account here. So that's the way normally the configuration has been done here. Now coming on into the other account. So right now we understood like we have a uh, corporate account has been available. We understood like you have a Azure free account has been available. And another one, it's been like in case if you are coming from a student's background. Uh, Microsoft is giving a 30 days free account for you. You have to submit your institutional card and email ID. So you can able to create a free account on the portal yet. So you don't need to submit your credit card or a debit card. In case if you are coming from a student's background, you can able to create a student's account yet. So you can able to create a student's account with the help of a student's account also. You can able to manage it. So you have a student's account has been available using a student's account also. You can able to manage this one. So I'm just pasted the link on the chat here. You have a student's account also you can able to create here. So technically, even students account has been providing $100. You may be seeing like when you create a free account it's been getting a $200, but you have to submit your credit card or a debit card. Please make a note of this. Microsoft is been not charging anything from your credit card or a debit card, and there is no auto upgrade also because you may be seeing some of the portal monthly automatically this been upgraded your account. Here you don't have any such options here. There is no auto upgrade option has been available here. So this has been completely it's been managed only after your confirmation only. So there is no auto upgrade option is here. Only for the validation purpose we are using a credit card or a debit card yet. So and students account you don't need to have any credit card or debit card has been available. It's been completely free and you need to just start type your institutional email ID and other detail, then you can able to manage this one. So with the help of that, you can able to manage the details here. So that's the way normally the configuration is been done on into the credit card or a debit card here. Now that's the way normally the student's account is being created. On the chat window, I have been given a link where you can able to manage this details here, where you can able to enter the credit card or a debit card. So with the help of that, you can able to manage here. Now that's about the credit card or debit card. Any other questions from anyone? I'm just pausing here for taking a question here. Okay. Now coming on into the other side, like a sponsorship account, basically like some of the organization or in case if you are going for any configuration management, some of the vendor you may be seeing like in case if you are going for any kind of cloud solution management, they used to get a free lab or a voucher here. You can able to use that voucher also. With the help of that you can able to manage this one. So you may be able to see like you have a resources been available where you can able to manage this details like where you can able to manage the details here with the help of lab account. So this can be basically known as Azure Pass vouchers in the past. Right now Microsoft has been stop pass voucher. They have another concept has been available called LOD. So with the help of LOD lab you can able to manage it. So LOD is the one option. With the help of that you can able to manage it. So LOD is the one option for managing this one, and with the help of that you can able to manage this one. So where you can able to manage your details like where you can able to manage the solutions, where you can able to enter or where you can able to manage um, solutions or the labs part with the help of a sponsorship account also. That basically some of the corporate trainings you normally used to get it a corporate labs account is here. So technically in case if anyone want to manage Microsoft account, you can able to go for an enterprise account, and you have a free account has been available, and you have a students account also available. So with the help of that you can able to manage this one. So this is the way normally the solution is been manageable on in a cloud solutions here. With the help of that you can able to manage here. Yes, any other questions from anyone? Let me pause it here for taking a question here. um, I can see there is one question on the chat. If I create a paid account to using my cloud service provider, pay as you get. Yes, it's kind of a pay as you go model. I can see Mohammed Aman has been posted one. You can able to create one. So you have to be a pay as you. It's been a paid account. Basically, you are upgrading your account into a pay as you go model here. So you may be able to select. You have an option has been available where you can able to use a paid account. So I can see there is a and the question is like on how long the session has been like another 10 more minutes and yeah, recording will be available in case if you want to have to any other important or emergency meeting or emergency task. You can leave the chat. That's not an issue. Yeah. Any other question from anyone? Any questions? Let me post it on the chat. Any questions from anyone? Yes, Muhammad Iman. So like $100 has been sufficient for practicing your labs here. Even your if you're using a free account, that's been sufficient for practicing here. So that's been sufficient for practicing all the discussions we are doing here. Better rather than going for a student's account, I prefer you to use it free account here because that's got a $200 right. So you need to use a 200 free account here. So better tomorrow create an account while doing a VM creation or other lab. You can utilize that one. So you can able to connect it on the portal and you can practice whatever discussions which we are doing on the next 4 days, and that will be helpful for us. Okay. Any other question? Okay. Now let's connect it on the lab side here. Right now you may be able to see like we have a server has been created here. We have created a account. We have created a free account. It's been already available with me. Let me show you how practically we can able to connect it here. Now already we have discussed like in case if you're using a cloud portal here, you have a different management tools are available. Like you have a Azure portal has been available. You have a different solutions are available. Like you have a PowerShell or you have a CLI. There are different management tools are available here. The moment when you start connecting on into a cloud portal, the first screen which you're going to get it on in a Microsoft side, it's going to be Azure portal layout. What was screen currently we are seeing on in a portal here. This basically known as Azure portal layout. You may be able to see like the screen which you are going to get it on in a portal here. This basically known as Azure portal layout. Currently on the screen, whatever screen you are seeing here, this is basically known as Azure portal layout. Now, once you create it on in there or once you connect it on into a portal here, right now this is a graphical user interface here. Now on the left side, whatever panel right now you are seeing here, you may be able to see like you have a creator resource here, home, dashboard, all services, and you may be able to see there are a lot of options you are able to see here, right? This window or this panel, it's basically known as resource panel. Right now I'm just trying to discuss about a from a scratch. Once you connect it on in a portal, you may be able to see like a option you're seeing on in the left side here, that's called resource panel here. It's basically known as resource panel here. Some of the situation, once you connect it on into a portal here, you may be able to see like you have a resource panel has been available here. Sometimes you may be not seeing these options here because On the right side top, you may be able to see there is a gear kind of symbols you can able to see here, that basically known as settings button here, right? You may be able to see like you have a settings button here. You can able to click on the settings button. Now on the settings button, you can able to see there is an option. You are able to see something called as appearance and startup window here. You may be able to see like you have a resources been available. You can able to see like you have a resources been available, where you can able to see like you have a resources been available, where you can able to see like appearance or a menu behavior option you can able to see, right? You may be able to see like you have a resources been available, where you can able to manage or where you can able to manage the resources on in a portal here. It's called appearance or menu behavior here. In case if your menu settings, if this has been configured on in a fly out mode here, you won't able to see the left side window here. See, you won't able to see, there won't be any window or there won't be any option has been available on in the left side here. See, you won't see any window or you won't see any option has been available on in a portal here. You may be not seeing this resource panel here. So technically what I'm trying to say here, in case if anyone want to manage this infrastructure here, technically you need to have a option to be configured as a doc mode here. So doc mode only it's been able to give a solution like a option like uh, doctor mode only it's giving a solution like this, right? You may be able to select a resource or a resource panel if you want to see that. Normally it's been configured with the help of this one. So in case if anyone want to use that one, this has to be configured on in a doctor mode. So with the help of a doc mode on only you can able to see like it's been available here. So that's the way normally the solution has been available on in the cloud portal here. So that's the way normally the cloud solution has been available here. So resource panel option, if you want to get, you need to change your window on into a doctor mode here. Now on the resource panel, you may be able to see there is an option you're getting here, something called as all services here. The moment when you take all services here, you can see Microsoft has been beautifully organized their services or a products on in a different category here. On the left side, you may be able to see like compute. The moment when you click on the compute here, right side you may be able to see like you have a different services can be able to see like almost 30 to 35 services are available here. When you click on the networking tab, you may be able to see like almost a networking components are able to see on the right side here. You may be able to see load balancing, monitoring, different network components you can able to see on the right side. And uh, all the products what Microsoft has been done here, they have been organized in a beautiful way here, right? These all are different products. For example, like if you take a public IP address, the moment when you click on the public IP address, this will allow you to configure it here. Right now, I don't have any subscription here. That's the reason it's not allowing me to configure here. So whatever products right now you are able to see on in a cloud portal, this basically it's been knowing as a Azure resource here. So technically, any manageable component which has been supported on into a cloud portal. For example, like it can be VM or it can be storage account or it can be uh, database or a network components or a network security components or a DevOps component. Any manageable component which has been supported on in a cloud portal, that basically known as Microsoft Azure resource here. So technically, if you want to manage anything on into a cloud portal, you can able to manage it on in a infrastructure here. Right now, if you connect it on in a cloud portal here, you may be able to see like you have a different resources are available here. So that technically is been available on in a cloud portal here, where you can able to manage the resources here. So that's the way normally the solution has been supported on into a cloud portal here. So you need to have a cloud solution has been available, where you can able to see like all the solution has been supported on into a cloud portal here. So you need to have a cloud solution has been available, where you can able to manage all the cloud solutions here. So technically, when you connect it on in a cloud portal, where you can able to see like cloud solution has been supported on into a Microsoft portal here, where you can able to see all your cloud solution has been supported here. That's basically known as all services. So Microsoft has been supporting almost 200 plus solutions on in the Microsoft side here. So almost 200 plus Microsoft service products has been supported on into a cloud side here. So in case if you want to configure anything, it's almost 200 plus product has been supported on into a cloud side. So 200 plus product has been supported on into a Microsoft side here. Second thing, when you connect it on into a cloud portal here, when you connect it on in a cloud portal, for example, like there is another place has been available. It's called marketplace. If you go to the search bar is the one place where you can able to search any resource or a documents or any information which you want to know about Microsoft Cloud. You don't need to search it on in a Google here. So technically, all these informations are available on in the portal itself. For example, like I want to find out details about virtual machine, I can able to type it on in this search bar. This will give you complete details. Like in case if you want to configure this one, you may be able to see like it's been given the details about the virtual machine, and you may be able to see all the documents related to virtual machine has been given here, and you may be able to get an access to marketplace. The complete information you will be able to get it from the portal here. So search bar is going to be one helpful tool rather than searching on in a Google. In case if you want to understand about any details about any cloud resource here, you can able to type it on in a portal here. Now, the moment when you give a details about marketplace, for example, like if you type it a tool called marketplace, uh, this will give you this kind of a online tool. It's been supported almost 200 plus, 8,000 plus products here, 8,000 plus applications, which you can able to see it on this marketplace here. Uh, don't think that Microsoft has been supported only Microsoft product. No, even this has been supported non-Microsoft product also. For example, like someone want to configure Linux here, you can just type it Linux here. Even some of the members have a perception Microsoft has been supporting only Microsoft operating system, or it's been supporting only Microsoft product. No, it's been supporting non-Microsoft or other startup product also. Any product which you can able to confidently you can able to handle it on in a cloud portal, that you can able to get it from an online store here. That basically known as Microsoft Azure Marketplace here. For example, like someone want to install a firewall here, you can able to connect it on in a firewall here. You can able to type a command called firewall here. You can just type it on in a firewall here. This you can able to see like it's giving a firewall products here. See all the firewall you can able to see here. So you may be able to see it's been supporting Microsoft Azure firewall. You can able to see like this been supporting Sophos, or it's like a Fortinet, or like a Cisco, all other firewall product also it's been supported here. So Azure Marketplace is one tool where you can able to download almost 8,000 plus product. With the help of 8,000 plus product, you can able to manage on in a cloud portal here. So in case if you want to manage on in a cloud portal, all these products can be able to download it from the portal here. So there's a way normally the configuration has been managed here. With that note, we are just pausing here for Q&A here. Tomorrow we are moving on into another topic. It's called Microsoft Azure VM. Tomorrow we'll be discussing about how do we create virtual machine on in a cloud portal in a practical way, and we'll try to see how do we create a VM, how practically we can able to connect it to the VM here, and what are the other options been supported on in a cloud portal. We'll be discussing tomorrow. Let me pause it here for Q&A. So if you have any questions, requesting you to post it on the chat. Any questions? Any questions? If you're good, requesting you to comment it on the chat. Can I get this? Yes. One question has been like, no, you don't need to pay anything for this session, Nazma here. It's been completely free webinar. Every week we have a similar kind of webinar. It's been configured on a different Microsoft product or different services. So requesting you to join the session. So that we'll be posting the WhatsApp group link again. So you'll be able to get all kind of updates on the upcoming trainings or the programs here. So you don't need to pay, or any of the members from this who has been attending this program, you don't need to pay anything on this. You will be getting a slides, and certificate will be provided end of the training program. You will be getting a form where you can able to enter your attendance and details. So you need to uh, give your right name and details and email ID. So your certificate will be provided here. So you'll be getting a participation certificate. So end of the program here on in your email. This will be delivered. Would you please provide me a sponsorship account? Mohammed, not at the moment. Possibly on in another program, we'll try for that. Right now, due to a large audience, so we are not in a position to provide a free sponsorship account. Instead of providing a free sponsorship account, we are taking a decision of providing a free training for everyone here, right? So we are not charging anything on the webinar, or we are not paying anything on the delivery here. We are providing a free session. Sponsorship, like since we have Microsoft has been giving a free account to everyone here, we encourage our people to uh, start using that account and start exploring the option here. Possible on in another time or an another event, we'll try for get some sponsorship account. Not at the moment. Surag, how about you? We are little top of time. So, and Surag, over to you.
Yes, thank you, Robin, for this session. I think we went over a lot of things today. I guess it's like a lot of things to get in all into your brain for 3 hours. So I hope you guys were taking notes or gathering all the resources that is being shared in the session. And Robin was sharing a bunch of links and some notes and some new terms in the cloud to note down. I hope you guys been doing it and keeping a track of things and I also shared some of the things I found interesting or will be helpful for the fundamentals. So be sure to check out the link. And anyway, we'll coordinate all of the links as so far discussed in the session in the email once the session is concluded, or like after the fifth day, you'll have the email of all the links and all the things that we so far discussed. And yeah, as Robin was saying that we our in our community will have a lot more training and sessions from MVPs and MCTs will be there. And if you guys want to participate for free, please to join the community. I have already shared the link, and that's it for the today's session. And we took a little bit more time, but I think it was worth it. And we'll have the same time, same link tomorrow. And be sure to be in the community. And also, I have shared the calendar link in case somebody who doesn't check their social medias or somewhere or doesn't check their email often. I have shared the calendar link if you want to add it to your calendar. Okay, that's it for today. And have a great Monday and see you on tomorrow. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Robin.
Thank you all and have a nice week. Thank you.
Okay, that's it for the